That is very low. Jeez. Okay. I get the feeling I should drop the... Wait, why do I need to adjust the... No, let's just go into this, because it's quiet now. Okay. Right. Hello there, everyone. It's Mark 3. Welcome to From the Depths. And hello, Dalton Legendary. Welcome to the stream. Am I going to build something? Yeah, several somethings, actually, because... my plan here is I want to go into Netta. It's been a while since I've really played Netta. So I'm just going to go in there to just, like, chill out and murder things. Because we know that's exactly what we do. Very hard mode, sure. What's that? Enemy growth factor 1.8, difficulty 4, resource given 0.01. Godly designs. Let's put centralized materials on. Yeah, centralized material. Might as well. Should I put localized? No, centralized. I'm not here to just murder myself, despite all these settings I'm putting on. Right, begin. Here we go. New Netta campaign, because, you know, brand new. And I know what I'm doing. Oh, yes, yes I do. Pirate's life for me. It's a little dirty and it's got a bit of a black mold problem, but this old fortress will do me well. Well, I'm going to scrap it. You want someone to build something on stream in From the Depths? Well, what do you have in mind? What kind of thing are you thinking of? Because, as I said, I am going to be building things as I go in this, so... my Waterloo Fortress. Let's just pop it in there. Kind of thinking how I want this to be. I don't really want to invest too much time in this, so... a low-riding water skimmer. Oh, you mean a hydrofoil craft? Because I'm not really that good at those, but I was thinking of just building a flyer, but sure. I guess I could make a hydrofoil skimmer instead. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to the main menu and turn the settings down, because this is supposed to be about exploration as much as anything else. So, new campaign, quest for Netta, yes please, customize, enemy designs, I want expert class design, so let's put that up to 2. 10% resource, sure. Enemy growth, let's ramp that up to heck. And difficulty modifier, set that to 1, so that way there's no penalty or no bonus or penalty for me or the other guys. Centralized resource, because then I don't have to bother about where any kind of resource transportation and stuff like that. So yeah, I see that I'll do that. Yeah, let's just do the centralized. It's a lot easier if you just centralize it. Anyway, let's get back to what I was doing. I want to build. So the first thing is I want a replacement fortress, as I said before. So new object, new fortress. Yes, it's a pirate's life for me. Yar har har. How do I want this to be? Let's make this a pylon, actually. You must build additional pylons. Yep, that looks fine. Okay. That's going to be the base. Press F, fill that in. Okay. That's the base of this fortress. It's just going to be a resource harvesting fortress. Nothing spectacular here. And because it's nothing spectacular, all it has to do is gather material and maybe defend itself against a couple of marauders. But even then, I'm not going to bother. Can I just do a vehicle creation stream? Well, I kind of want to do this thing on Netta right now. But I don't see what's wrong with doing a vehicle creation stream at some other points. So, yeah, we'll fire that under the to-do thing, certainly. I mean, the only difference between this and the vehicle creation stream is that I have limited resources and I'm going to get attacked. So, you know. Yeah, I know about the whole use beans rather than blocks thing. It's that was just me trying to get things arranged where I wanted them. Yeah, that looks like a nice core. It's not quite circular, but here we go. Hi Legion, welcome to the stream. I'm just building up a basic fortress for a Netta campaign. Now, I'm not going to go to the vehicle creator, but as I said, I will be building these things up as I go, so, you know. It's kind of half and half, really. Yeah, that'll do, I suppose. Oh, let's take that out. Put in 2s and 3s. There we go. Now then. What I want in here is going to be harvesting. And also a fuel refinery. So let's put that in there. What's the idea, Dalton? Because you said about a... Yeah, you just said about a wave runner kind of thing? Fuel refinery, give me smokestacks so I can just drop those outside there. That'll do. There we go. So this thing is just a smoking cylinder, basically. Okay, let's get this thing actually properly working. Let's get one of those in, so that it can actually vent that. And then put in some cracking systems. These guys make it more efficient. There we go, so it's a relatively minor fuel refinery, but it'll be fine stuff. So there we go. Now, I wanted resources. I want resource gatherers. Let's put in a whole battery of those. That's a full 10. Sorry, that's 20. Wow. Low in the water, water skimmer with a laser particle cannon and with a particle cannon and a laser. Ask if it can actually look like a water skimmer. Should be reasonably okay to do that, I think. I wasn't planning to use packs, but I was planning to do something laser-based. So I should be able to do an early game laser system without too much trouble. here. This is a fortress legion that I'm putting together right now. Just a very basic starting fortress at the beginning of the Netta campaign. So it's not going to get much bigger than this, to be quite honest. Just got a basic metal hull, it's hovering, it's harvesting resources. I don't really want to do anything else to it, so I'm going to thin it out now. Oops, I forgot a metal beam, didn't I? Yes, I did. Put that in there. So I'm going to start to thin this thing out. As it gets taller. Yeah, that looks okay. There we go. Now, what am I missing? I've got fuel refinery. I've not got any fuel storage, so I should put some of that in too. Fuel storage. Give me a couple of boxy tanks in here, like a couple like that. Oh wait, yeah, of course, limited resources. Put a couple of those in, then do general resource storage. I know technically it's not needed, but I'm used to it. I'm so used to doing it at this point, so you know, why not? Like that. Okay. And that brings it flat to on top of here. So let's use some wooden equipment to just make another floor. Like that. There we go. Right. So that's another floor. We need a power plant for this thing, because of course it needs power for the refinery and the lasers and all that jazz. Not going to do anything super spectacular here, so let's do a straight little 1,600 horsepower engine. No, that's not really too much to ask for. Might take a bit of engineering work, but hey, you know. I need some exhausts. Three throughput pipes. There we go. And some corner pipes like that. And then of course we need the muscle for this engine, which is going to be the injector pieces, because you know it's going to be a powerful engine. And there we go, suddenly this thing has a 1,600 horsepower engine. And I'll just slap a large radiator on it, because why the hell not? Just help it be a bit more fuel efficient. But there we go. A building challenge in Empyrean. I'm not very good at Empyrean, though I admit I have been finding it quite interesting to play. Now then, this thing doesn't have any kind of defences on it. I'm not sure I'm going to give it any either, to be quite fair. There we go. Let's just add in another couple of bits. We need a miscellaneous, we need a teleporter, which is somewhere behind here, I think. There it is. So we're putting a teleport pad, so this thing can be teleported too. Like that. And we want a origin block, which needs to be pretty low down. I think that's under miscellaneous. Origin block, here we go. Needs to be all the way down here in the guts of the ship, slash fortress, slash whatever the heck it is. Let's have an origin block, just strap it in there in that corner. Why not? There we go. And we now have a resource harvesting slash processing fortress thing, which is adequate for the needs, seeing as this is not a localized resource game. Let's see, I wanted some compact repair tentacles. Yes, please. So there you go. This thing can fix things, this thing can harvest, this thing can gather and store some materials, but it's just a basic little spike. End of the day, it's not going to do much else. There we can just scrap the fortress and scrap the starting rib, and we can start building something else. And I just deleted the one I built. Of course I did, yes. I am completely unsurprised that I did that. You know what, fine. I just deleted that fortress that I built. Because of course I did. Fine. I'm not even going to bother designing this thing again. I'm just going to make a really simple little fortress. Really simple. As in, nope, this is going to be... What does localized mean? It means, are your resources stored on the ship or vehicle itself, or the fortress itself? Or are they just like in the air, they teleport to you? Yeah, I built a perfect replica of the starter base. I didn't build anything else. Nope, nope, not at all. Why would I build anything else when I can build a starter base? So, since that fell through in a not at all accidental deletion of what I've been building for the stream so far, I'm just going to do my old handbasket style and leave it at that. To be fair, handbasket is quite straightforward and has some defense, but it's not a super special fortress design. Because basically you just do this, you build a wooden floor, you put some walls around it, and ta-da, you got your basic fortress shape. Right now it's on centralized because I'm not looking for a super hard one. I'm not looking for any kind of challenge game or anything like that. I'm here to mess around, basically. No, I need that fuel engine back. Crankshaft. Oh, I need it one over. Put those away. Right. I'm not messing this up at all. Oh, no, no, no. Everything is going perfectly. It always does with me. Because I'm special like that. Yes, indeed. Just getting all these hooked up again. Right, I need a junction pipe. Again, just getting all of these things fully exhausted so that they don't go boom on me, which would be quite nice. Now I need a four-way part, which is this one. Yep, that's the right one. Oops, didn't mean to open the Steam overlay. There we go. And build a couple of corner pipes. Hi Sherlin, welcome to this stream. And yeah, British, sometimes they are easier. Well, they get you into a very good habit of how to build things as well. But sometimes being able to just teleport your resources wherever you like them is also a good thing to have. So, you know, it varies. And I have learned the controls of Empyrean, actually. I've been playing it off and on ever since I did that stream, trying to work out what was going on. Resources, give me a couple of material storages, because I like to be good like that, you know? I like to have, even if I don't need them, I'm still in the habit of building storage. Because that's basically what I do. Let's build that in this corner. There we go, yep. Yep, rev up for me, please. Hear my engines growl. Haha. Like that. 16, that should be plenty. Material gatherer, put them all in. There we go. That's quite happy on that power source. Scrapman's channel has been deleted by a hacker. Really? No, I had not heard that. How the heck did that happen? It's also a real shame, but he's also... that's part of the problem with making yourself visible on the YouTubes as well. Sometimes people just like to spoil it, basically. Hi, Ruevlol. Welcome to the stream. An engine that inefficient? Pretty high, I'd imagine. Just watching that, that's too much. But you can avoid the taxes by the fact I'm processing my own fuel as well. As for how inefficient it is, it's basic efficiency. So it's like, what is it? Yeah, 75 power per fuel. So it's absolutely rubbish. But it's also a really compact engine. It's a 3x5x5 technically. But it's a 1,600 horsepower power plant as well at peak performance, so 1,550 odd reliable before it overloads itself, which is not bad for such a small engine, and really simple to do as well. Okay, right, let's delete the starting fortress this time, not the fortress I just built. Yep, goodbye. Okay. And that leaves this little fortress here, harvesting and processing and doing everything for me, which is nice. So yeah, you can see what I mean by calling this one the shopping basket approach to building, because it's not very, well, you know, there's not much to it basically. But it's very good for just giving you a bit of space to build something up. So yeah, it has its uses, very much so. Very simple, it's just like basically a floating platform kind of thing. But yeah, this fuel is very inefficient, but it has got an okay refinery to give it its fuel, so that does something for it. All it needs now is a way to defend itself. I think the best way is going to be missiles, actually. Since it's all simple, let's just slap that in. A volley of 15 missiles, sure. Give it the required bits and bobs, a staggered fire, an IFF, and a controller. Yep, just really simple this. And then we'll tack on Nice 4-block missile. Yeah, that seems pretty good. How many resources? I've got 27,000 resources right now, so that is absolutely fine. Let's go ahead and make the basket a little bit bigger, because we've got some stuff peeking over the top right now. So we might as well increase the size of our basket, which is no doubt an absolutely fascinating looking fortress for everyone, because it's very unique. You've never seen anything like this ever. Not ever. Yeah, I think you've probably seen things this simple before, but, you know. It's really easy to just slam it together, so, you know. There we go. Our bigger basket. Nice bigger basket. Let's get the missile configured. What do I want? I want laser guided, because this is really, really simple. Let's get laser beam riders. Fit it with... Actually, you know what? I want single pixel IR cameras, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Then explosive. Let's put a treble fin on here, make it high agility missile. Fin. Then a variable thruster. Fuel tank. 1 turn variable thruster. Ramp up time 10. Drop that to 800 fuel consumption, so it gives it at least some range. 1 turn, single pixel, explosive warheads. Not too bad. Okay. Now that because of doing that, this thing does not actually require very much by way of AI, because it just needs to know there's an enemy in X direction, and that's it. It needs nothing more than that. Hi Epic, welcome to the stream. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. As I said, that was what wound up being the show me video, which you asked for. Oops, I should probably turn off mirror mode actually. And my co-hosts there were Razul and Delta. So yeah, they were just talking about the interesting things, and so that's why I added them into it. Target prioritize. Don't need an aim point because it's not got a precision weapon. Now I just need to get this thing up here, like that. Detection, give me a... No, I'm in decoration, not... That's the wrong place. Detection, give me a 360 radar. Then I need some gimbal track radars, and that's about it. There we go, that'll give more than enough. Right, okay, I'm about done with this fortress. That's all fine. Right. A fuel engine tutorial. Well, what kind of fuel engine are you trying to build? I think that's the good question, isn't it? Now let's save this before something happens to it. So, save the vehicle in a new folder, which is just going to be the Netta Cruise, because that's basically what's going on here, Netta Cruise. This is going to be just a basic resource fortress. So yeah, there we go. Save the resource fortress. It is bog standard. It can't do much of anything, but it'll sit there and happily gather resources for me. There we go. Right, on to something else. Right, let's actually get a vehicle in here now. Let's see, the request was to build some kind of water skimmer. Not very good at those. Looks like a ship. Tell you what, let's get my 21k in here. We can afford one. and we'll modify that into a skimmer. Rather than building something more efficient and powerful. Well, in terms of power, that one I've just built there can't be beat for density. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's build from scratch. Because, you know, then we've got a building stream going on, so it's, you know. Also, let's include a fortress AI just because. Give me a fortress AI card, thank you. And also save you again. There we go, right. And more efficient and powerful. Well, as I said, the most powerful engines in terms of compared to how small and compact they can be is what I've done here, which is using fuel injectors. However, their efficiency is going to be absolutely lousy. So, you know. Hey, Shortest Viking, welcome to the stream. No, you've not missed much at all. Well, another reason for fuel engines, even low efficient ones, is they are really simple to slap together. And they can be put into service on very small vehicles. So fuel engines do have some other advantages. It's just in this case I'm not really using it. Anyway, let's see. New vehicle. N. This is to be a water skimmery thing. I accidentally deleted the vehicle. You didn't see me do that. No. I don't do that kind of thing. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, I know. Right. I want to get a little bit more space in here. Let's get 3 more space. And then this will be the outer hull. So this will be going along like this. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a 40-meter long vehicle base there. Right. Then I want some like that. Okay, let's put in downslope 2, like that. And then we'll have another beam going along here. Yeah, that's looking okay for our base. Okay. There we go, that's looking alright. Let's actually get this thing out of the water though. Let's just slap a dock onto the side of our basket fortress and use that to get it out of the water. Where's the docks? Docks. There's the docks. Right. Select, yes, and also give it a rotation. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm in the bottom of the sea. Whoops.
Listening.
Right. Okay, we've got a basic chassis going together here. It depends on how much you want. Plus, there's the fact that they aren't able to scale, which is the big drawback of a steam engine, basically. That's actually the reason I don't use them much, because they just can't scale. There we go. And put a downslope 2 in there, not really bothering to finish closing it up yet, but we've got basic hull. Like that. So that's starting to come together. And then we want to have our skimmer pads, because it's supposed to be a skimmer of some sort. We need to spread these out a little bit. Yeah, about there is fine. Oh, that'll do. Right. Hi, Lollard, welcome to the stream. And you can see I'm doing the totally riveting thing of just rounding out the hull. So, yeah. Totally riveting thing to watch this. Very much so. But that's about where it's going to be have the skimmers, so that's about as far out as it needs to go. There we go. Right. Yeah, there's a lot you can do without engines, to be quite honest. Honestly, most vehicle design is not engines at all, so... Right. Yeah, prefab's the only real shortcut, or have stuff that you've got from other people as prefabs as well. So that's another way that you could do it. If you can get a prefab off someone else, let's make it 2 meters, 3 meters thick at the front. Yeah, I can always take this out later if I don't want it. There we go, 3 meters thick. Downslope 2. So that's a really thick slab of metal at the front of the craft. It's like, oh, incoming shells. I laugh at you. Haha, take that. Bounces off. Right. Then lastly, we're going to use the wedges to give this thing some true angles. Like this. So there we go. This is a bit of an odd craft, this, but it's definitely coming together. Now then, let's see. What do I want up front? I want the... Actually, I need to decide what kind of system I want included. It's the middle. I want it to be mounted here. And this is what this 3x3 gap is for. So, energy weaponry. Multi-purpose laser. Yay, give me a coupler with a single Q switch. Take out that metal block. Go, right. And I require cavities. Give me a bunch of storage cavities. 3 of them. No, let's make it 5. Right, five storage cavities. Then I will use regular cavities. How many do I want this to have? £4,000 power laser? No, we can do better than that. Let us make this a... Well, this does mean taking this out, actually. need to decide how long to make this thing. Oh, I'll be able to slaughter the deep water guard with this thing. No worries. Let's make this a 20,000. Sure, let's make this a 20,000. Which means I know how long it needs to be. Roughly. Well, Deep Water Guard doesn't really have any good defences against the things, that's the problem. Let me see now. I require a whole bunch of frequency doublers. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, then I'll turn these around. Right. Where are my... There they are, cavities. Right, 3 meter pumps. 8,000. 12,000. 16,000. 20,000. Right, that's the length of a 20k laser right there. So I'm actually using up the entire length of this craft, this 40 meter craft on this laser system. Who needs power sources? Because I've not put in a power source, but jeez. Right, let's get this thing built up. There we go. And then that just leaves the regular pumps. But this is a 20k power laser. It's going to be slightly overpowered, but it's going to absolutely nuke the deep water guard, so, you know. Sucks to be them right now. 20k power laser core, which is actually just about 36 meters long. So, yeah. This is definitely going to do the business. All I need to do now is put a power source in. Oh, flying squirrels. This thing will laugh at flying squirrels. Probably before it blows them up, so, you know. Right. Your ship accidentally rammed the other one. Oh, yeah, that would do it. Let's undermount these, actually. I need some space for the engines. Either I make this craft larger or I make it longer. I don't want to make it longer. Not really. 40 meters sounds okay. So I'm going to have to bulk out the sides of it a bit to get the space for these engines. How much space do I need? 1600 by 3 per 2. Let's measure this. That'll give me space for a 16,000 power plant. This is a 20,000 power plant required for the laser. So that's 16,000. 17, 19, 20. So about that size is what I require for the power plant. How long is that? So yeah, we're looking at roughly a 12-meter power plant in here. Right, so 12-meter power plant. Where do we want to put this? We want this to be towards the back of the craft, of course. Yeah, 12-meter power plant. Let's install it back here. Actually, at the back of the craft. One, two, one. Then the outer lines will be here, so that's the edge of the craft for this part now. So that is the size of the space required for the power plant to get this thing operational. Like that. let's drop this down a little bit so it hooks onto the leg instead, so I'll get rid of that, because that's also space required for the power plant. There we go. Right. So, power plant's going to go into there. Hi, Tiny. Welcome to the stream. That's the cross section. Let's bring Mermode over here. Right. Fuel engines, give me crankshafts. This pointing this way. Yes. No, I'm making a laser craft, actually. The main problem with drone craft is if you want the drones to stay docked, you've got to limit their speed. So, not ideal. Yes, Sheldon, I am making a metal water spider thingy. If that's how you want to put it. Yes, I am. I'm just getting the internals worked out now. Let's see, I want a injector set. So this is going to be ridiculously low on efficiency. Yep. And then I need exhausts. I need junction pipes. Sufficient doing it this way. Like that, yes. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Right. Capture prefab. Pipe. Give me a 5. Give me a 5. It's a 5, yes, it's a 5. Give me a length of 2. There we go. This is going to be slightly faulty, but beggars can't be choosers. There we go. Right. Pull out the excess metal. And there we go. Right. We've got ourselves a power plant. The question is, how powerful is it? Should be about right, but we won't know until the engines get plugged in, so... Have I done these backwards? No, that's all connected. Right, what's the power rating on you? 9,600. Okay, it's not quite powerful enough. So we need to increase this a little bit. Let's give it another 2 racks. Yeah, another 2 ranks of will give us access to spare. There we go. Absolutely tons of power. Another maybe stupid question, if you may. How do I get the exhaust out of a fairly on pack without using too much space or creating a weak point in the armour? There's a block called a hull exhaust block, which is actually about as tough as metal armour. So that's what you want, really. it's, as I said, it's equivalent of having a block of metal involved. So it's reasonably tough. And the only other way really is to use multiple layers. So yeah, your options are a bit limited, but hey, you can't know everything. Let's make the cross feeds at the front here, actually. There we go. Exhausts, give me a X-ray junction. Is it that one? No, that's the wrong one. Oh, there it is, X-plate. There we go. Right. So that's all hooked up. Yeah, you should look at the block stats sometimes. It's very helpful in working things out. One of these guys is 10310. Actually, no, it's pretty weak. Did they change this? Hang on. Fuel engines. Hull pipe is 1540-300. Yeah, regular pipes are weak, but hull pipes, same stats as a metal block. So, there you go. And then we will add the hull piping in here. Along with that, a 4 meter straight and an exhaust. So the heat source is trailing back away from where it actually comes out of the hull as well. So you can use that as an extra heat decoy if you really want to. But yeah, this thing now has a pair of 25,600 horsepower in terms of raw power, and it has a 20,000 horsepower laser installed as well as its main offensive weapon. So yeah, this thing's coming together quite nicely. Just need to put in the required last couple of pieces, the coupler and the multi-purpose laser, which will go there. You guys are backwards, of course you are. That's all connected, that's all connected, that's all connected. Yep, that's all absolutely fine. Right, there we go. Could I make just the drones themselves then? The drones themselves will be easier. The problem is when you try to dock things. If you go about 28 meters per second to 30 meters per second, then they undock and they drift around behind you instead. So any kind of drone carrier, you've got to be careful in how you design it. There we go. Let's increase the thickness of this part. Downslopes 2. There we go. Need another 2 meter part there. How far into this campaign am I? About 55 minutes since I started the stream, so about 50 minutes. 50 minutes in, this is the vehicle I've put together. There we go. It's looking alright. Just enlarge the back of it a bit. Hi Damadoc, welcome to the stream. Let's just enlarge the top of this section here to encompass this. That's where I want it to be minimum. Increase the thickness of the armour, like so. So I got the top is definitely armoured. That's where I need the block to be. Downslope 2, downslope 2, downslope 4. Build a block there. And then before this part, it drops back down to its previous settings, like this. Right. Okay, this is looking alright. It's got power, it's got its primary laser core. Doesn't actually have a laser though. Laser would probably be a good idea. So, need to connect this. Give me a beam 2. Energy weaponry, give me a connection and then a transceiver. So I can get the laser running forward into this section. Let's mount the laser here actually. There we go. There we go, we've got a mounting point for the laser. Right. Yep, this is also very good as a letter opener. Very, very true. Twin axis turret, put it on there. There we go. Energy weaponry, give me connector there. Give me another transceiver, which will go like that. So that's all connected up. Right. Now then, I require a laser combiner here. A couple of steering optics. That should be that. No, that's plenty. .31 inaccuracy setting. That is really, really accurate. That's looking okay. Burned letters is just a side effect of using the most efficient letter opener ever invented. It is right there in the disclaimer. Let's put that there. Give me a control. Give me a seat. I'll sit back here. I need an FCS and a complex controller, which will go right there. Okay, let's wander over to this thing. That's looking alright. Doesn't have any fuel source, so it can't actually run its power supply yet. Let's see. There were gaps in the armor plating a bit further forward, or I can install it in back here, which is probably a better idea. Fuel storage tank. There we go, it's already loaded. Massive plumes of smoke coming out the back of the craft, because of course. Let's see, how much is that? continuous AP. That's because I've not actually connected a Q switch to this thing. Right. Q switch. Right. Per pulse, this thing is now rated at 14,800 damage at 10 kilometers with 14 AP. I suspect I might not have the ability to use the full potential of this thing, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. Nope, we can use its full potential, that's absolutely fine. Cylinder was overheated, what? That shouldn't have happened. Yeah, this thing does 10,000, 11,000 per shot. That's what it's maintaining at with this power source. There we go. So yeah, this is a pretty nasty laser, actually. Right. Let's see. There is a slight noted concern there from Damadoc. No, not Damadoc. From British Ninja and Shortest Viking saying I need more fuel. I say bar humbug to you, spoiling my fun. How dare you say I need more fuel? My craft is perfect. It is perfect. I say it is perfect. Therefore it must be perfect. Yes. That's how it works. If I say my craft is perfect, then my craft is perfect and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. So, yes. There goes some extra fuel reserves for to keep the heathens happy in the audience. Right. Yeah, that was one of my cylinders going bang. The thing is, I don't think it should be, which is why I'm going to double check my system now. That's fine. That's all fine. That row's okay. That row is also absent. Oh, hello. Here's the problem. There we go. A couple of them didn't have exhaust connections. That's what was going wrong. There we go. I think the rest of it should be just fine. Yep, that's all okay. What about you lot? Oh, okay, right. Problem fixed. Yeah, injection engines, it only needs the power when the laser is operating. The rest of the time, it's just not. Did I read your comment? Yes, I did not respond to it, though. A particle-based speedboat. It's definitely doable. You'd need a power source capable of running the particle cannon, but that's about it. So... yeah, it was the mounting points for the water system under here. This was what was causing the issue. Speaking of, we should actually put those in next so this craft becomes operational. Might be a good idea. Okay, let's see. Back of the craft is heavier, so it's going to need some more stuff on it. So if I build that longer... Wait, these things aren't even aligned properly, are they? No, they are aligned, it's just I didn't include everything. Right. There we go. Yeah, the thing is though, doing as a drone is kind of cheating, because then you've got a separate ship acting as the power source, haven't you? It'll work constantly in battle, yes, but outside battle it'll be absolutely fine. So, you know. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it like that. Well, technically it's not cheaty. It's a different role basically. Depends on what you want the speedboat to do. Some vehicles are designed for fleet operations, some vehicles are meant to be independent, so it really does depend. Let's see, hydrofoils, hydro. I want my water, give me a hydrofoil. There we go. Actually, I've had them declare war like in the first hour or two, but it depends on how much they grow. If they grow faster, then it was... Wait, who was saying what about particle drone cheating? Oh, it's cheating because it was meant to be an independent speedboat with the particle cannon, so having it built as a support drone is kind of like not quite what was being talked about. We think. We're not entirely sure. There we go, that's forward propulsion. Set. Right. Um, well, this side stuff, it is very useful to have hydrofoils spread out like this, because if you spread them out a bit, they act as a stabilizer as well. Depends on how you try and do it, though. Right now, I'm thinking of trying to do a PID version, so we're going to see how this goes. Let's go ahead and drop it into the water. Because it's not quite finished, but, you know, it's there. Right. It's very steadily sinking because it's not doing anything. Right, control, give me a PID. Jumpers PID. You are hydrofoil altitude. Right. You are a hydrofoil pitch. Right. Forward. Yeah, slightly confused there. That's absolutely fine. Right. There we go. Right. Forwards. Well, part of the thing about me is I don't know what a lot of the factions belong to. So, you know. Okay, that's not quite right. It's because the back's geared up wrong. Right. So this thing is mobile, so there is that. Right. Forwards. I was trying to do something. Right. I think I need PID roll control as well, don't I? Let's see. Give me another PID. Set you to roll. Unfortunately, that uses thrusters, though. Doesn't have much way of roll control this, but hey, if it's going to work, it's going to work. Right, okay, forward. It seems to be slightly confused. Right. Wait, what's this about the Shrek thing? Okay, what altitude actually is this thing trying to go to? Jump up beside your foil. You are the pitch. Pitch 0. Yeah, that's fine. You are the altitude. What altitude do you think you're at right now? Let's set you to altitude 5. Just see if we can lift us out of the water a little bit. This just doesn't seem to be working too well. It's moving, but it's acting like a submarine. So, you know, it's like right. You are not a submarine, you idiot. Get out of the water, please. Oh, now what are you doing? I'm tempted to just go to localized ACB control to get this thing operational. It'd be a hell of a lot more reliable. There we go, let's take the PIDs out. Let's reset these hydrofoils because we are very much a submarine right now. We're not meant to be a submarine. There we go, right. I'm a pro, what? Who gave you that idea? No, it wasn't me. Right, yeah, okay, good night, Legion. Right, activate when altitude is greater than 0. Hydrofoils set to 0 within a range of 10. Yeah, about 10. So range of 10. Hydrofoils set hydrofoil angle to 10 degrees when altitude is less than 0. Right. Okay. Actually, the hydrofoils are getting confused by the PIDs, so I've just gutted that and I'm resetting them with ACB control instead. So. The thing is, this vehicle is also heavy and it's unbalanced, so it's going to want to roll over naturally. Give me a length of 2, capture the required required things. There we go, that's controlling that one. That's controlling that one. That's controlling that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so a range of 15 on these. And then now, this is the same stabilizer system I'm using in Toba, because now that I've got these ATBs rigged like this, each individual hydrofoil acts like it's controlling the height of its own local height. So the 4 corners are all trying to balance themselves out, so it'll automatically stabilize once it starts moving. At least that's the idea. Yep, it's a little bit confused right now, but that's because it's set to absolute 0. I just need to make it a little bit deeper. Right. Drop it down to -1. If I set it to -1, that'll try to keep it within the waterline. Like so. Yeah, it will sink if there's no air in it. Plus there's the fact the rest of the vehicle is very dense as well, so this is a very heavy vehicle for its size. So it wants to sink, basically. But if I set these down to 1s, then that should help it out. then it also becomes a case of set you to -5, so it's trying to pull itself down with the forward hydrofoils whenever it gets too high as well, so that's probably also going to help. There we go. Did I set the back right to -10? Did I? Yes, I did. Well spotted, thank you. Right, fixed. Right, upwards. As it bounces itself out a bit. What are you doing? It's, well, the front right seems to be acting up a tiny bit. Mine. I want more drag, downwards drag, it seems. So let's set it. Get that in the water. It's very odd. I think I've messed the settings up a little bit. That one's working properly. -1. Did I get these things set wrong? Yep, there's another one that's set to -10. Right. -1, thank you. No wonder it wasn't acting right. I think these are very thin, low-slung hydrofoils, so I could set it to 0.5 rather than 1, and it would still be okay. But then again, if we run into choppy seas, it might have a few issues. So right now, though, we've got a boat that's going like 22 meters a second. So yeah, this thing needs jets now. But it is self-stabilizing and it is self-correcting, so it has those benefits. They ship right to your front door, and then if they are cold, I'll heat them up free of charge with my laser. Because, of course I will. Right. This thing needs some jets now. For forward propulsion, just to get the speed up. Also need to enlarge the back of the craft slightly. About to there. Yeah, that looks alright. Beam 2. Get the angles back. Right. Then we need to get this entire thing straightened out. Like that. And as you can see, it's trying to sink and it's trying to flip over because it's because of how the weight is distributed in the entire vehicle. So there we go. And I'm just sitting out here quite happily on the back of it. It turns when it's stopping, but that's because of how the jets are, sorry, of how the propellers currently are. I want to get some jet engines though. We've got plenty of spare power on this thing, so it can definitely withstand a couple of jets. Give me a level 4 beam. Thank you. Yeah, level 4. Beams have levels, didn't you know that? Very much so. There we go. A nice bank of jet engines. Just need to get it all set to go forwards. So when I'm running this forwards, it's going to kick in the jets, which will give it a massive speed boost. Yeah, that actually blows basically, yeah. Okay, now full forward. The jets roar quite loudly, of course, but we could definitely use some jet stabilization at the front as well. Yeah, look at that. Now the back hydrofoils can't keep up when the jets are getting involved. Right. Set. definitely use some more powerful. Set them to -5. Set you guys to also -5. We'll see how that goes. But I think just some good old-fashioned jet stabilizer is going to be a massive help to this craft at this point. So let's do that. Now the front is solid metal, but back here we've got a little bit of space so we can add in some jets. Which will be a huge flush jet like that, which will emerge right there. So there we go, a couple of jets on the front. And of course, to support that jet, we need a PID on the back. So control, give me a PID to operate that. Here, you will control pitch in general. Yes, please. Then lastly, enable jets in all modes. There we go. Now it's having a few issues because the jets are constantly trying to correct it. Whoops, I accidentally deleted the PID. Oh well. I want you to control your pitch, but I want you to set to 10 degrees? Yep, that's too powerful. A little bit. So let's turn this down. And I want you to predict a bit slower too. So let's go and set you to 0. No stress stimulus. Set that to 0. KP gain a bit slower, I think. Probably don't have any jet roll. Don't turn integral timer off. Probably a good idea that actually. Integral timer turned. No limits, turn that off. Right. Let's see how that goes. It loves to nosedive now. I think it's entirely because of the rear jets. Right. Yeah, very much so it's because of just the rear jets that are having a few issues. The problem is I'm turning this thing slowly but surely into a thrustercraft. Not what I'm wanting to do, to be quite honest. So you can give me a beam 2, turn it like that. Delivered today? Nah. Why would I do something stupid like that? That's not how this works. At all. Despite the fact it's nosediving, it's still going as fast as before. So, yeah, the thing is, thrustercrafts are just so good stabilizing, you know? At least, I really like them. Let's turn up the gain. Yeah, the front hydrofoils need to be sharper. Very much so. Because I kept them low because it's because it's a small, relatively small craft, but it really does need the aggressive attack angle now to stabilize itself. we go. Yep, that did it. And we're bopping along at something that might be called a speed. Let's just move the chat slightly. Yeah, we're doing 30 now. Not bad. Because the main problem with this thing is limited fuel reserve. Since centralized resources only centralizes a centralized reserve only centralizes your materials, it doesn't centralize fuel. So fuel, you still got to carry with you. Let's go ahead and expand our fuel tanks a bit more, because we do have some space after all. Like that. Well, they're at 20 and that's proving to be enough, so you know. Like that. Let's include a layer of metal plating in front of it. There we go. The only thing this craft actually lacks now is an AI. So let's do that. AI, cards and slots, yep. Then AI, wireless, like that. You require target prioritization and aim point select. Oops. Target prioritization. Okay. Detection. Give me an no, give me a wireless snooper. Like that, so you've got that. Yep, this craft now has brains. Very much so. Also, it's constantly on fire, in case you haven't noticed. Always good when you see a craft that's always on fire. Together a basic turret assembly on that to help protect it a little bit. There we go. When those front hydrofoil blocks is shot off, you'll lose the ship as below 80% sinking. No, most of the craft is in the actual armoured hull, so, you know, there's no worries about that. Everything important in this ship is located, well, almost the entirety of the ship is in this core area. Oh, there's a bit there that I've not actually finished arming up. Hang on. Nah, I don't need any balloons. This craft can take off without any help. This craft doesn't need any help taking off. That's just slander, that. See, I need a beam 3 actually. There we go, that's the forward armor plating underneath sorted. There's some exposed systems underneath, but that's okay. Who's... Oh, well, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I've added an emergency balloon system. Yes, that is very true actually. Thank you very much for reminding people of that one. Honestly, this thing just needs some buoyancy to be fair, so... Let's add an air pump to the front of it. Just to be nice, let's add an air pump to it. Because why not? The rest of the craft, though, is actually solid metal, pretty much, so... Yeah. Especially, the rest of the craft, especially around the power core, is solid metal, so... Not much space for air to go. You aim to please? Don't you mean you aim to drive me nuts? Isn't that what you guys normally aim for? Because I'm fairly sure that's what you'd normally do go for. Aiming to drive me nuts. There we go. Semantics. I knew it! I knew you were doing that! You always do this to me, you lot. Always. We've got a little bit of extra buoyancy back there, but that's alright. Right. Is it working? Paper-thin metal armour? What do you mean? Well, the thing is, it's made out of beams. It's several meters thick. The front is actually like 4 meters thick. So I don't know where this paper thin bit's coming from, but you know, is it working? Oh, you lot just don't leave me alone, do you? Flipping heck. Rotters, every last one of you. Absolutely bloomin' rotten. No, I've already got rid of the steering wheel. That's fine. I've hidden it. Parts of the engines are only slopes, that's one layer. Not really, there's an extra layer of metal too. It's just that the pipes only have one layer over it. So there is a slight vulnerability back there, but yeah. It's not massively bad. Let's see, detector, just give me the 360 radar, give me the gimbal tracking cameras, and give me the laser range. Actually, not just the laser range. And gimbal track camera. There we go, whole banks of sensors now. Now I just need to make sure the AI can handle it. Probably can't. AI, give me connector. Gem processing. %. Ooh, that's actually kind of bad. Don't really need to detect torps right now. 96. There we go, that's enough. That's got everything set. This craft is all but ready, I'd say. Yeah, it would only really matter if I had a counter for the torps, yeah. Yeah, this craft is ready. Such as it is. Flat out, it does 28 meters a second, roughly. So it's definitely fairly nippy as far as boats go. Its main weakness is really its fuel consumption, which can't be helped. I should put everything into group number resourcing group 1, and this vehicle here insists on getting as much fuel as you can cram into it. So there we go. There we go. We have a nasty thing. Oh wait, yeah. Hang on, almost forgot. AI local weapon controller would be kind of a nice idea. You know, if the AI could actually control said weapon system. It's going to have to go here. Unless... no. It's going to have to go there. That's fine. Let's include a failsafe. Max it out. And also include a wireless connection. Like that. Now we just need a couple of downslopes. Like that. And there we go. Right, fully armed. Yep, it's time to go and... actually, yeah, hang on. Laser Razor. Laser Razor. Confirmed. Laser Razor. Also, we need to save this vehicle. Laser Razor. Save. Okay, sorted. Right. And apparently it's a plane, because of course it is. You're a waterborne force, you idiot. Right, there we go. Right. Pull it all out.
Moving now, moving now.
There we go. Yeah, one explosive missile, but, you know, I never build perfect things. Actually, no. Everything I play is perfect, it's just that it sometimes has a few issues with it. So, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, I should actually include cruise control on this thing, since I'm manually driving it. Let's quickly do that. A couple of ATB blocks. Desired speed. Auto and airspeed set to absolute max. Set controller, activate on 0. Set custom controller, activate on that one. And you will set desired speed back down to 0. There we go. Right, cruise control enabled. Off we go. Oh no, I'm trespassing. Woo! Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I'm here to murder you. I mean, I bring gifts and cookies. I bring gifts and cookies for all. Fear me. Can I do? Where's diplomacy? Diplomacy. Give me relationships. Yes. I want to declare war. Ah. I'm coming for you. Hey, who's dying of laughter? Laser Razor. Ah, there they are. Right. I was wondering where you guys have got to. Right, battle, 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 begin. Right, here we go. I forgot to adjust my sensor system actually. Oh no! I'm getting hit by something. Oh no, missiles! Oh no, they missed. Right. Also, I should probably tell you to not to attack salvage, so there you go, ignore that. Right. Whatever that is, it's dropping into the water very quickly. What even is that? That's pretty darn cool, actually. Wow. I like you. Very cool. I've never seen this one before. Huh. I've literally never seen this one before. So let's quickly go and adjust my sensor settings. Sensors. Auto adjust everything. There we go. Oh, there's something above me. I think. Yeah, there is actually. That's a really big bomber, which just had an internal explosion, I think. Nope. That snapjaw's very much dead. Unfortunately, my turret's got stuck. I was afraid this might be an issue, but okay, turn that way, please. Thank you. Right, go after that thing. And immediately, boom. Yeah. Am I on godly designs? Yes, I am. Actually, I think I'm on expert. Oh, hello, another snapjaw. I think I'm on expert. Also, that thing's already dropping out the air too. Oh, yep, there goes the laser turret. I need more weapons. Yeah, I'm a pro. Not really. I need more weapons. I'll tell you that one for a fact. I need more weapons. Oh, that was an internal fuel explosion, I think. Something actually penetrated me. Yeah, I know, that turret is a weak point, but it's a powerful one. So, you know, it has its uses. And basically, I'm just fighting just for the heck of it on this, so, you know. Yep, you're dead. There we go. This territory is mine. Well, the thing is, I'm also on rapid growth too. There we go. Sorted. Actually, that's something I forgot to do on the turret. I was going to add some wavefronts things to this. Let's see. Wavefront adjusters, there we go. Let's do that. Let's remove the restriction on its angle upwards, so there we go. That'll help it angling a bit more. Actually, I fought two. There was two in that fight. After I killed the first one, the second one spawned. Then lastly, we need colorers, because of course we do. Which needs to be like zoop, zoop. There we go, that should correct for the problem it had with its angling during that fight. That should be pretty decent. Because the main problem with this craft now is it's built up, so it doesn't have much additional space remaining. That's one of its big issues. Let's head for... No, that's mine. Let's head this way. cruise control on. Off we go. However, we do need more weapon systems. Of that I will accept. So let's actually get some more weapon systems in here. There's a bit of spare metal space here. Let's take that out. And let's put in some ammo storage. Installing some ammo storage at the front here. And nestling it around one of the fuel engines, which is totally safe, by the way. Yes, indeed. Any of the soldier craft. This is a soldier craft. It likes to shoot things. This counts as a soldier craft, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. New object. Give me a twin axis to it on the front here. What do you mean it doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't? It totally counts. What's the cost on this thing so far? Give me a second. Just putting in another local weapon control. Along with a failsafe and a wireless. So we've got a forward-mounted simple AC turrets now. There we go, totally aerodynamic that. Right, we are at 38.9k right now. Ah, hello, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Right.
Receiving.
Yep, I deliver high explosive pieces, high energy pizzas, you know, that kind of thing. For all the good little boys and girls. Because that's what I do. In we go. Pull forward, turn. Slowly. For some reason I'm firing blindly. Not sure why, but you know. Let's just turn this because, yep. Oh, something just went bang. Yep, one enemy down. Bunch of missiles at the side, don't care. Why are you being so inaccurate? Oh, because there's multiple targets. Oh, I see. That turret seems to be having a few issues right now. Too small for good detection. Yeah, that's the point. Good point, actually. Okay, all dead. Let's do a bit more fine-tuning on this thing. Let's see. I want to get you. Did I ever set you to higher accuracy? I don't think I did. Oh, your laser's already set to 0.1. Right, never mind. Okay, I want, then, let's go back here and adjust the laser system to a Q3 rather than a Q1, which is like 4 times the rate of fire, so sure it's going to cut the damage in half, great down as well, but can't have everything. But yeah, those were very small surface targets, so there wasn't really any good detection on them.
Moving now.
Which is a bit of an issue.
Moving now.
There you are. Yep. I want to fight you. Oh jeez, I'm in rapid fire mode. No wait, no. Ow. No, my turret! I told you to turn on cruise control, jeez. Oh, well, at least I've still got my totally dangerous Gatlings on the front. Well, I've got gimbals and I've got laser rangefinders, so my accurate data is coming from very powerful weapons, very powerful tracking, so that's all right. Thinking laser AMS would probably not be a bad idea either. What is that? Oh, it's a Miranda, I think. Which I think just blew itself up, I'm not too sure. Not this mothership. This, you really call this a mothership? Really? Because this is no mothership, not at all. I'll tell you that one, back is not a mothership. Also, it's kind of still messed up a bit on this turret, so let's adjust it again so the turret can better track. Apply to all, yes, then delete you guys. There we go. I think it might be dead. Yep, it's dead. Oh, jeez. Why? What does Dell do? Also, who is Dell? Actually, come to that. You know, I live under a rock compared to most people, so I don't know who Dell is. Quite simply. Only I am good. I would contest that very much so. I mean, let's be fair. It's me we're talking about. How's he clueless? Why? What does he do? Build an infantry craft. Likes to build odd stuff like me. well, to be fair, yeah, that's kind of what I do, innit? I build odd stuff. Going. What, it's very British to ask where am I even going? Yeah, I can do that. I can understand that. There we go, an additional Gatling on the front. Because why the hell not? Right, where am I even going? I'm going the wrong way again, darn it. Pull out.
Moving now.
Go over here, please.
Moving now. Moving now. Moving now.
Oh wait, I remember. This is a
Moving now.
a throwaway, cheap but decent ship.
Moving now.
Yeah, I could do something like that quite easily.
Moving now.
A cheap but decent thrustercraft I could do very easily, but there we go. Right. And it's about time we refueled on this ship, to be quite honest. So, cruise control armed. Just trying to work out where everything is. Oh, there goes a nuke. Oh dear. Yeah, I think it's dead. Just a little bit. I do make glass cannons sometimes, yeah. It's not a habit I'm quite broken out of, to be quite honest. I think it's dead, but yeah, there we go. You are ignoring salvage, so why were you attacking that thing? Well, the cannons break, but the ship doesn't. The ship is a lot more durable. Mode vehicle for Netta Cruise. Load in another resource fortress. Did I ever set an origin block on this? I don't think I did. Oh geez, there's a lot of stuff nearby. Let's teleport to you. Shoot over terrain? Nah. Why would I want to do that? But yeah, this thing's totally in the wrong place. Controls. I require a fortress control. Get this thing up into the right spot. Rise, my pretty! While my ship slowly sinks in the background. Rise! There we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right. But yeah, it's about time my ship got some refueling, so that's why I'm pausing here for a second. I'm out. Just a little bit left in that, and that's gone. Yeah, the guns on the Toba are very, very fragile. Yep, incoming battle fleets. Absolutely fine.
Receiving.
You're all in group 1. The fortress is fine, and yep, there we go. It's going to start transferring its fuel stocks back to the actual combat crafts. Here they come. Right.
Receiving.
So I want to view what's going on because there's about to be a fight. So, you attack you. The problem with fully armoured turrets is they are heavy and big, while the Tobercraft cannons are actually very light. They're not meant to be... They're meant to look good rather than be, like, actually durable. So, you know. Let's begin the battle with the Laser Razor. Cruise control active. What I've got... a couple of interesting things incoming. Well, lots of missiles incoming as well, actually, but, you know. I think I'm doing okay here. Oh, there goes something. The thing is, I'm actually using my power plant exhausts for... my power plant exhausts are actually acting as a thermal decoy to draw in their heat-seeking missiles. So, it's very useful in that respect. Yeah, they're all dead, by the way. Go after the ships, you idiot. I'm not sure what they're shooting at anymore. Yeah, it's getting very confused about aiming. They're very small targets, so it's not doing very good. Yeah, they keep trying to go for the exhaust ports. Yep, no damage. One thing, sub-object ignores any armor not on the same sub-object. Oh, I see. That would explain it. Oh, I've actually stopped it. Why is it not moving? Oh, I'm out of fuel. Oh dear. Oh well, at least the enemy's almost dead, but yeah, I'm out of fuel. Which is why I was restocking, actually. Because this thing was running out of fuel.
Receiving.
You're meant to be over there, though, because you need to refuel, buddy.
Moving now.
Very much so.
Receiving.
Ran out of fuel right in the middle, right towards the end of that. I should probably finish building this.
Listening.
Still, this is not actually a bad craft that for combat. It's working quite well. It's only lost its turret a couple of times, and I am gaining resources from all this, so you know, it's not doing too bad at all. The only problem is that this craft is, well, it's so fuel inefficient it keeps running out. So you know. Right, let's see. We're 2 hours in. An OWL? What? What's an OWL? I'm actually thinking of stopping because it's 2 hours in. No, load vehicles. What I want should be in my old vehicle sets. Old designs. Thank you. Right. Where was it? Map balloon. That's the one. I never actually rigged these things for self-repair and stuff though. Press M, right, and click on the build menu from the upper right. I can't see that because it's behind my face. Where's the map balloon? Map balloon, teleport to you? Oh, teleport to you. No, I want to teleport to the map balloon, darn it. Map balloon, that one, thank you. You know what, fine, I'm going to go to the resource fortress. There we go. Right. And I'm going to get some... Miss, give me some repair tents. There we go, that'll get it built. Sooner or later. Pull everything out. Oh wait, you're not being fixed, are you? Build! There we go, finally. There we go. Let's just let this thing lift out the air. This is why I didn't bother to build a new one, because it's like, there's nothing to it, basically. It's just a wooden framework, some balloons, and a massive radar dish. So, yeah, that's not much to it. I just build this thing and then I just let it fly into the sky. And, you know, it's a massive radar, so it shows me many, many things. Like the fact there's a fleet coming this way. There's the base. There's another base over there. Right. I've already killed the defenders in this area. There's a couple of defensive fleets over that way. But yeah, as this thing drifts higher, it's going to just reveal more and more stuff. Because that's how radars work. So, yeah. Oh, looks pretty good. Not too worried about this fleet over here, though. Actually, there's a couple of Sky Vipers. I'm flying through. What are you on about? Infantry is needed? Not really. My main craft can handle a lot of this. The main problem is this, some of these buildings on this place. I do have a thought on what to do about that, but I am also thinking that I really should stop now because of how long I've been going on. I mean, that's all the things I need to do. It's one thing that helps me to do these streams if I am careful with how long I do it. It just makes things a lot easier in general. For some reason I can't teleport to the laser razor. Oh well, I'm on it anyway. So I can just go into here and hit Q, and there we go. I am in the fleet. Aha. But what I'm thinking is maybe I should put one of the sub-cannons from... Oh, hi Snowdrake, welcome to the stream. Maybe I should put one of the sub-cannons onto here from the Tobercraft. Though mind you, this is the size in comparison. So, you know, it's going to do some interesting things to the buoyancy. But that's something to do at a later date. If you guys enjoyed this, I'm probably willing to continue streaming this. Otherwise, I'll just mess around with it on my own time. But this is also, I'm afraid, where I'm going to have to call the stream, as I was just thinking about. I could probably round out with a single fight. Not really. I can't attack the village without some kind of other weapon. Would I ever consider using viewing craft in the stream? I have used viewer craft before. So, yeah, I see no problem with using viewer craft from time to time. Only if the shots have got a big enough explosion, British Knight. But yeah, this has just been me messing around on Nessa. If you guys really want to try giving me some craft, then go ahead and leave comments and things. I'll accept links in the description. And Tiny, you're going to have to explain to me what you mean by an infantry unit. I'm guessing something small but effective. In which case I can do that pretty easily, but well, relatively small stuff, because you've got to remember, I am at the start of the Netta campaign. But I won't mind having some subscriber craft along for the ride as well. I mean, this thing is what, 50-meter long? A 50-meter long craft, this one? Yeah, I'm guessing small craft as well. Ban the word infantry for the next stream. But yeah, if you mean something small, okay, like fighters or frigates. Well, frigates is actually about this size, I think. 40, 50 meter, that would definitely be a frigate type, I would think. Fighters would be a lot smaller. But yeah, I'll work on getting some smaller craft to fly around and rove around as well, just to help out. But I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna call him. So, well, yeah, this ship is a speedboat and a frigate and a hydrofoil and a laser craft and it's jet propelled and I don't know why people were calling this a mothership. So I don't know why Tiny called this a mothership. It's very much not. It's just basically just a frigate. So yeah, basically. Yeah, I'll have a look at it again. But as I said, ending. So this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you want to continue to stream this thing, then let me know down in the comments and wherever you like, basically. And as I said, I'll be thinking about taking on some subscriber designs if I continue this. So yeah, designs. Give me links to the Steam workshop uploads in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later.